What's up, guys? Ooh. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I'm actually super excited for this video because this is an idea that I've been trying to film, not for a while, but for a while, more so than I had it in my head for a while. But I really want to update you guys on something super exciting, and this other stuff has been happening, and just this past month has been crazy. More than I expected, and the fact that it's December, my birthday month, Christmas and New Year is around the corner. It's like, I can't even fathom right now. So let's just hop right into it and let's get into the video. So as you guys can see now, I have my face, mostly my base done. I haven't done anything else. I didn't do my eyebrows or anything like that. I haven't even said it because this is where I get to announce one of the biggest things that's happened to me in my career so far. Are you ready? I'm like sitting over it. I don't think you guys are ready. Are you ready? I got on One Size Beauty's, aka by Patrick Starr, his PR list. I am officially a One Size Beauty ambassador. I cannot. But in all seriousness, thank you so much, Patrick and One Size, for this. Like, they sent over all their goodies, literally everything that they have, and I couldn't be any happier. They reached out to me on TikTok after I posted like one video, and they liked it, followed me, and they were like, hey, email us. And I was like, you want me to email you? I was just flabbergasted. I literally could not believe it. Yeah, I'm on my very first official like big name brand PR list. I gotta keep it on this side. I gotta keep reminding myself that. So it's covered anyways, but still, trying to be safe. But in here is everything that Patrick has made, including the powders, the poppers, the eyeshadow palette, the liners, the makeup wipes, and the makeup remover, and the puff. We're gonna be using that today. That's why I haven't set my face yet, because we're gonna dig into the powder. Period. So I'm gonna open it up so I show you guys everything that's in here, as if you haven't seen it already, but I'm still gonna show you because I want to. And yeah, let's hop into it. So opening it up, it's the cutest thing because it says makeup. It's a one size fits all. You can't really see it clearly because it's just really bright in here, but everything's in there. There's the puff. Boom. And then it's all like packaged in. It came like wrapped and everything, but I broke it because I could not contain my excitement. But here are the makeup wipes and makeup remover spray. This stuff, absolutely amazing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. And the wipes are huge. They're like the size of my face. I would open it, but like it's brand new and I don't want to ruin it. So you just gotta have to believe me. Maybe later I'll do like a take off my makeup with me, and you guys will see that I use these, and they're huge. Also in here we have all the poppers, all his eye poppers, and shades Death Drop, Continental, Let's Pump, love that, Everything and More, and last but not least, P House, as in Patrick's house. I already am in love with these. I actually have the entire Visionary collection before they even sent it over. So, yeah. But I will say 100% these poppers are so good. I love how glittery they are, how pigmented they are, and how literally they just glide on the lid like effortlessly. Next up we have the liners. This is the Point Made black eyeliner, like the actual like, hold on. Yeah, this one is actually the felt tip liner, and this is my version. This is not my version, but like this is the one I've actually opened, and I love this thing. This is so pigmented and so black. So if you really want like a really good pigmented black liner, Patrick made one. Go get it. And then there's the two gel liners. There's the one in Bodacious Black and then Busty Brown. Both of these are actually really, really good. They are 24-hour stay, like 24-hour wear, and he's not lying when he says 24-hour wear, because I put the brown one, I believe, in my waterline for a look, and it literally lasted until the next day, even after I took my makeup off, and I was just like, what, like, why isn't it coming off? Like, but it came off eventually, but it's just like, just know that these will stay. Like, these are not going anywhere. Next up is the powders. These are what I'm super, super excited for. I did get the minis, which I'm not gonna complain, let alone that I got all this for free. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, these are the mini powders. This is in shade Translucent and then in Deep Dark. I really love that he did 2 shades instead of just the, like, usual just translucent. He did one for fair skin tones and medium skin tones, and then medium to dark and like deep dark skin tones. So like there's a broad spectrum of skin tones and people that can use these, and I've heard absolutely nothing but good things about these powders, so I'm just so excited to try these. I'm gonna be using translucent because obviously I cannot use this. This would be no. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about the palette. I have nothing bad to say about this palette. This is so, so good. It's so pigmented, it's so creamy. The shadows are like, ugh, to die for. They blend so well together, and then barely any fallout if you wanna ask me. But like, I don't really mind fallout, like in the pan and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, it's eyeshadow, it's powder, it's gonna fall out anyway, so it's like, why worry about it, you know? But thank you so much, Patrick, One Size, the whole team, for just being so sweet, so like amazing, incredible, and just believing in a small artist and then seeing potential, and you know what, just driving it home, and it's just, ugh, it makes me so excited. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna be trying out the powders, so let's just hop right into it. Let's open up the translucent, and this is how the component looks like. I love this. This is like a soft touch matte lid, let alone just a frosted glass. Detailing, I love this. I love the look of this. I love the baby little pink and the One Size on there. On the full size one, it looks the exact same. The only main difference is that when you do open it up, it won't look like this. It'll have like the O, the dash, and the S, and you just like pop it open, and then the powder comes out. This one is gonna pull the little sticker, and it'll just start coming out. Just for fun, I'll show you guys how the deep dark one looks like for all my beautiful ebonies. Look at this. Look at it. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Ugh. I feel like I'm cloud 9 right now. Okay, enough babbling. I'm gonna bust this open. Hold on. Ooh. Hello? So let's just pour some out into the lid. Come on. Grab a little bit of powder. Get it in there. Tap off any super, super excess powder. And then grabbing our mirror, let's set it in. First impressions, I love how it feels under the eye, specifically. Because I can't feel it. So like, that's really, really good. Because most powders, like even the Juvia's Place one, I can feel it slightly, but not as much, like as other powders, but like, I can't feel this at all. And like this, it's just like settling into the skin like a dream. Okay, since the cap is like really, really tiny, I'm just gonna pour it on there and just do that. And then we're gonna set the rest of our face and then come back really fast. Okay, so one thing for sure that I'll note, it like blurs out. Like, it's literally just blurring my skin and just making it look like so smooth. I love that, and I keep... I don't know what's going on with me. I just jittery.
Stop it. Get some help.
I will say I really like it. It's like super, super lightweight. It's really blurring and it's like just smoothing out my skin, not even emphasizing any texture or like, let alone, I mean I have a lot of texture, but let's be real. But like it's just not making it worse. I can't feel it. And that's the trippy part because I can normally feel the powder. I just realized I haven't even told you guys what the video is like fully about. It's about eyeshadow and blending. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to blend, more specifically how to do eyeshadow, because the biggest thing that I ever get, it's just like, how do you get super blended eyeshadow? How do you just do eyeshadow in general? So I'm like, okay, well let's make a video about it. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my base and be right back. And we're back. So I just finished the rest of my base. I did my eyebrows and did a little bit of baking on the sides of my nose, on the tip of my nose, and on the sides of my cheeks. And that's pretty much all I did. I also did prime my lid slightly with a little bit of the P. Louise base, like the tried and true that I honestly use, either this or the Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock Primer. This is also really good. I use this for bridal weddings, but I really love this on myself, but I really love using this on other people. So just pick and choose your battle right there. So I already primed it, but I'm gonna add a little bit more just to blend it and make it good and even and ready for eyeshadow. So the whole theory behind this like video was because I really have been dying to show you guys how to actually do eyeshadow, because it's really not that hard. I know we see like influencers like James Charles, Jackie, Ina, I was gonna say Jaclyn Hill, but Jaclyn Hill too, Patrick Starr, obviously, my good friend Zachary Vang, and like just other influencers who just do incredible looks, and you're always just like, how, what? Like, how do you get there? It's legit just trial and error. Sometimes just sitting at your desk like how I am right now and just slapping it on and praying that it works is the best way to do it. But I'm going to show you guys, if you guys want to achieve like a for sure like solid look, how to do it, but like with any look, if that makes sense. The look we're going to go for today is kind of like avant-garde. I've been in this whole mood of like avant-garde. Like I'll just throw up my latest Instagram posts right here. Boop, 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 right there. Yeah, that was supposed to be a Christmas look and it turned out to be just Black Swan. Couldn't tell you why. I will be walking you through step by step with one eye, and I'll do the other eye off camera and then fully recap after, but we are going to be using the One Size Beauty palette, the Visionary palette of by Patrick Starr by One Size. If you haven't seen it yet, this is what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. It's a bunch of neutrals, and except for that blue and like the black, but like the good little pop of color right here with the blue and the greens, like this palette is just so pretty. My favorite, because I'm a basic Addison Rae, is these, because just I like a good brown, smoky, like earthy eye. It's might be because I'm a Capricorn, but I mean obviously because of the last video, pop it right here, or here, somewhere around here. You see why. So the other thing that's a really, really big thing with eyeshadow is the brushes. Depending on the brush that you use, not blush, will help you out creating the look that you want to achieve. So like if it's like a really dense brush like this is more for like your liner or creating like a sharper edge, versus like an M441, which is like a bigger buffer blending brush. The brush makes a big, big difference. Know that now. So starting out, we're gonna dig into the shade right down here. I don't want to go too dark, but I want to go dark eventually, so I'll be using this one up here soon, but good little medium right here. A key thing to keep in mind with eyeshadow is the colors. So like you want to pick colors in the order that you want to build, if that makes sense. So like I want to build to darker, So I'm always going to pick a little bit lighter of a color and then go darker versus go dark and then try to go light. Because you can always add more versus taking away. So grabbing that shade Booked, we're going to tuck it in right in our inner like crease right here. And then just stop it right in the middle. Just kind of like that. Really rough sketch. The worse the better. Because that way you can just fix it up later. That's what I always really go for. So just trying to make this a little bit sharper and then going straight into your inner corner. You're essentially just following the shape of your eye, and then because eventually we're just going to blend it out versus just keeping it right there. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'm going to grab a little bit more and make it a little bit more defined. So now with literally nothing on the brush, I'm going to buff it out, but I'm going to buff it upwards. So I'm going to grab the brush lower so I can have more control in the sense of blending and apply less pressure because I want to buff it out versus keeping the pigment right in there. I will say placement on the brush, ideal, 100% matters. If you hold the brush like this as if you're going to write like on a piece of paper, like obviously you grab it like this because you're going to want to get the most pigment out of the pen or the pencil. Same thing applies if you're trying to like do it on your eyeshadow. So the higher you hold it, the more pigment and the more concentrated the shadow is going to look. The lower you hold the brush, the more buffed out, airy, and like feathery the look will get because you want to blend it. I'm pretty content with that. We're going to cut the crease eventually later, but I'm pretty content with that. So we're going to grab a different brush. So grabbing a smaller, more dense brush, if y'all can see that, it's like really, really tiny. I'm going to grab into the deeper, darker color just to deepen that line. I want to keep this color like really, really concentrated at the very, very edge of the inside. So just keeping it really, really tight there. Just to keep this defined as much as possible before we cut the crease. So it can just be like a really good, solid, dark line. Next shade we're going to go into is this shade right here called Mango. We're going to use a smaller detailed like fluffer brush, dip into Mango. I'm going to buff out the edge of that brown just to make it less muddy and to like make it more of a gradient. So now to blend out Mango, we're going to dip into the shade Manila Sands, which is this really like a good transition shade. That's what I was going for. This more just lighter color shade to blend out the edges of Mango, which is that little orange one, and just blend it right into the skin as if it really honestly just never stopped. So I'm really happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. So I'm going to cut this right here and make it a sharper line, and then start on the edge of the outer eye right there. Okay, so I'm pretty content with that crease cut. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a smaller, like little denser brush like that. This is like the Morphe X Nikita collection. It's the N2. We're gonna go back into the shade Manila Sands, tapping off the excess, and then just set the crease in place. So now to start on the outer corner, we're going to grab a Morphe M456 from the James Charles like brush collection here. Not all those brushes are from him, but like, yeah. We're going to dip into the shade Soft Serve that has, by the way, the cutest little imprint. It's like a little smiley, like one size. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna show you guys. But like, hopefully you guys can. There it is, like the cute little imprint. It's like so cute. It's like, so does the green one. It's just, Patrick went into the detail when he made the palette, and it's just really, really pretty. So dipping into that shade, I'm gonna grab it on the brush, tap it off, grab your handy little mirror, and then just wing it out, and then buff it out. Trust me on this. Trust me. Following your natural like lower lash line, so your waterline essentially, just follow that and just wing it out, and then just bring it in as far as you can with shadow, and then start buffing that line upwards, but still keeping the shape of that line. Okay, I'm pretty content with how much is on there right now. We're gonna grab a different brush, something along the lines of that first brush we used, but a little bit more like fluffy versus like really stiff. This is like the Morphe one from the Pride collection. We're gonna dig into the shade, taupe my game right up here, tap as much as we can in there, tap off the excess, and then grabbing the slightest bit of brownie, tapping off the excess. Now use that's right there at the very tip, and then pack it and place it in the very outer corner. So like right there at the lash line, deepening that outer corner as slowly and as dark as you can. Clearly I haven't filmed in so long, and just it's getting to me. I don't know, I'm just going crazy. If you guys have noticed, I've gotten a lot more comfortable very quickly, and then more so since that I don't know, I feel like I'm being able to be myself, and that's ideally what you want to do with anything that you put your soul into, let alone hard work into. You want to be authentically you, and if nobody really respects that, they can just grab their bags and leave. Like, you don't gotta put up with them. Okay, now that that's blended to the best that I think it looks good, we're gonna go back with the palette into the shade Mango, and then do the exact same thing as we did in the inner corner with the outer right here, and then just buff it out. I'm just gonna grab the same brush that I used that with Brownie and taupe of the Game, and then blend it to the under the eye. I really want to like hit on that TikTok that One Size noticed me on, because ironically, like right after that TikTok, oh well, actually at the same time as I posted that one TikTok, which, if by the way you're not following me on TikTok, this is why you should follow me. Just saying. I posted a TikTok saying like, oh, we like smaller influencers don't get noticed, or just getting noticed is so hard, or I'm just never noticed, and people like saw it as like, oh, he's complaining. Like, no. Like, I'm not trying to complain. I'm just like, oh, like I have to keep working. I have to work harder and harder and harder and more until like, I guess more becomes not enough, but valuable? Is that I don't think that's the right word for it. But just the whole point is that it becomes to the point that a brand is like, that's talent. I want that on my team, and I want to help them succeed as much as we've succeeded, or as much as other people are succeeding, and that to me will just mean millions above anything else. Okay, so I'm really content with the way this looks right now. So I think we're ready for some shimmer. So now I'm grabbing a smaller brush. This is the Morphe 124. Why did I really like that? 124. And we're gonna grab Walnut Strut. This one. Yeah. Well, I might just do a combo. We're gonna do a combo. We're gonna do Walnut Strut and Title Holder, but Title Holder on the inside and then Walnut Strut on the outside, blending it out. For the inside, I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. This is the M213 or 213. Grabbing Title Holder right there. Sorry, you can see that now. I'm a great influencer. Grabbing that on the brush, it's on there. We're gonna tap off the excess a little bit, and then just place it right inside of the lid. While we're at it, let's brush off this bake that's been here for a good hot minute and just smooth out the skin. I'm gonna blow out the nose as well. Just get rid of that. Now grabbing the bigger brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Walnut Strut and then put that at the very outer edge, basically just blending in title holder and walnut right here. Now, to fix the shadow, mainly the eyeshadow, we're gonna go back into our other brushes. So I'm gonna go back into the M456, dipping into Soft Serve, that little medium brown, and then fixing this edge right here, buffing it together with the shimmer. So I'm pretty content with this eye right now, so I'm gonna grab the eye popper in a shade Pea House, and we're gonna pop this baby right in the inner corner. Just grabbing it straight from the applicator, just dabbing it on there, and bring it in to the waterline slightly. Alright, so on the monitor, I'm not the happiest with the way that it's looking, but like on real life, I guess, it looks pretty. Like it looks really pretty. Okay, so I think what I need to do is just grab another brush. I'm gonna grab this small little denser brush, the Morphe M321, and dipping into Brownie, the darker brown right there. Just taking as much as I can off and then just deepening this outer corner and then blending it higher. Honestly, I don't know if that fixed it, but yeah, we're gonna go with that. This is where it's gonna get like tricky, kinda. I am not really that great with using felt liners and like detailing, like really tiny detailing. So pray for me that I don't mess this up. So what I'm gonna do is basically outline the shape of this crease right here. So I'm gonna go in and then wing it out, essentially. And then from here, do the same thing but connect it. We'll see when we get there. Okay, so I'm not the happiest. As you can see, I don't think it really turned out the way I wanted it, but that's okay. What we're gonna do, I'm not gonna give up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. Same process, same exact process. See how I like it on this eye, and then I'll probably redo this one. But we will be right back, and yeah. And we're back. The full fantasy is here. So I struggled, I will say. I definitely did redo this eye. I like completely grabbed some Marcel water with some Q-tips and just took it off and did it again. But we got to where we wanted, which was this little like moment. This is what I meant by avant-garde. Like, it's the liner, but it's not even like fully connected. Yeah, you get the point. But point being, you shouldn't be afraid of eyeshadow, and hopefully after this video that you have become a little bit more confident, or like think you can become a lot more confident in eyeshadow. It's really not that scary, and if you want to try it, use this palette. 100% use this palette. Yes, I put on nails for this specific reason, because this is actually really fun. I see why Nikita Dragon does it all the time. It's probably really loud. I apologize. But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed doing this for you guys. Let alone, I got to reveal something huge. I'm on a PR list and I'm like losing my mind over it still, and I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you again for all your support, your love, everything that you do, and let's just keep going, growing bigger, better, just do more things. I can't wait for the future, and hopefully you guys are gonna keep sticking around and I can keep getting more of you, because the fan will never be big enough. The sky's the limit, and it's huge. So let's start with that, okay? Okay. Period. Alright, so hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Me posting like back to back. Wow. That's unheard of. Period. Bye.